Bingo, bingo. A little more tape. I did put a little crack right there. Shame on me. Boy, I'm getting so I can't even tear. Can't talk either. I'm getting so I can't even tear a piece of tape. That's what I was trying to say, guys. Put that over there. Yep. Let me try tearing a piece. It's much better than paring a piece. Alright. Now why I'm putting this on the bottom, and why I left this here, is because I can take this and use it to hold it to the top of the furnace over there. The air will therefore flow into here, coming out up here. Now the only thing that I may think about doing is getting rid of this corner and just putting a little piece of something to make it so that it goes up a little bit easier instead of being thrown in there. I can probably do that with a piece of tape. Let's go see how it's going to fit over there first. Because I know I'm going to have to make a few adjustments. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. Down to about there. Yeah. That'll work. I do believe that's going to do it. What I need to do now is lower it about another 2 inches. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to bend this way, and I'll put a couple of self-tappers in there to hold it down. This doesn't have to look fancy because you're not going to see it. And then I'll bend this part this way. So that just gave me my 2 inches. Just fine. I'm not going to have to do anything. I'm not going to have to make a big project out of it. It's done. Just a few little bends, kinks, and whatever. And it's back out of the way. It's still going to get heat this way because of the bottom. This is not necessary. I'm just wasting whatever's left on this roll. So if I grab it to use it, at this point I can just throw it away now. I only had a little bit left. I would have seen it, I would have grabbed it, and then I would have came over here, and oh shit. You know, that's just what I would have said. Oh shit. This stuff is great. It's not cheap, and it's not the easiest thing sometimes to work with, because it definitely wants to eat up on itself. And if it does, you're not going to get it apart. You wasted it. So you want to like, you don't want to do this and just take the paper off it. Not unless you got a couple people with extra hands. Because it'll roll right up on you. And once it does that, you're screwed. Now this is real duct tape. If you're having a furnace put in, or your furnace and your ductwork redone, and they're using this, they kind of know what they're doing. If they're using that gray stuff, like the black here, forget about it. You know, I was actually going to build a plenum around the whole front of that. But I said, you know what, I don't really need it. It's been really cold out the last few days. And just the way things are working, it's pretty comfortable. However, that out there in that new piece I put on is a little bit cold in the morning. It doesn't really get any heat or anything, and it's not to where it's getting any. It's like kind of like a little suction hole there that doesn't take anything. It's almost like having a door on it. Okay, so we're done there, guys. Ow! Oh, I gotta remember that. Where's the hammer? Now I can use this. There. I gotta call Dave though. When I do this stuff, I think of him because he owns Maine Heating and Cooling, and this is what. And it's a big place. I mean, this building's worth about $2 million. It's not a small business. I may have to put a notch in there for that. I wonder if I want to do that or not. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see. May have to, but we'll see. I need something to hold that in place. Let me get a little piece. I'm over here, guys. I'm sorry. Let me bring you around. Oh, let's see if this zoom thing works. Okay, that did work. That's as far as it goes. That's better than nothing. However, you do have to hold the camera, or touch the camera, because you got to hold the button for a while. Which, the directions that I downloaded didn't have that on there. It said push. Every time I pushed, it went into Wi-Fi mode. I said, well, that's not right. I don't even know where I put the directions. I don't even remember where I got the directions. But at this point, I really don't care. I did notice that the picture is just seems to have a little bit more color to it, maybe. Is that what I'm looking at? Or maybe a little clearer? I mean, it's not to where you go, wow. You know, you really have to study it. But when I was looking at it, that split image thing I did, I didn't have them in time with one another, unfortunately. But when I was looking, when we were pulling out of the parking lot, there was a red car on the right-hand side parked. And I noticed that red car was a deeper red, more vibrant than the one on the right side, which is the van cam. Now, there's, like I said, there's a $35 difference in price. Is it worth it? I would probably say no. That'll hold that on there for now. And tomorrow I'll put a self-tapper in it. Because I want to see if it's going to work before I start screwing things. Oh, I'm back over here. Let's see what the zoom out does. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, now we're back over here. I got two things to play with, Zoom and a tripod.